When we distribute, we want to multiply what's on the outside of the parentheses to all the terms inside of the parentheses. So in this case, we want to mark our distribution. I'll first multiply 5 times p, which gets me 5p. I'm going to do 5 times 3, which gets me 15. So the last step here is to write these terms side by side. Notice how I combined them, well, not combined, I connected them with an addition sign. If you liked how we used boxes a little bit ago to show the areas and use that to do distribution, then you can do that every time if you want. You'll see me just draw the lines and multiply. On to our second example, which is a combination of distribution and combining like terms. When you have a combination like this, you should always start by doing distribution. So I'm going to distribute this 2. 2 gets multiplied to 3x, which on the next line we'll write then 6x. It also gets multiplied to -4, so 2 times -4 is -8. And this part is really important. You are not going to distribute 2 to 5x and -1. 2 is only getting distributed to what's in the parentheses right next to it. So this right here, I'll highlight it. This is your distribution. The other part we'll just bring down and keep it the same. So 5x and -1, bring it down. Step 2, we're going to mark our like terms since we're about to combine them. My like terms here, 6x is a like term to positive 5x, and -8 is a like term to -1. Last step, we'll go ahead and combine our like terms. 6x plus 5x is 11x. -8 minus 1 is -9. You're done. On example 3, you've got 2 that are a little bit different. Maybe you figured it out that we are distributing the -7. So we are going to multiply that out. If this setup is confusing for you, you can rewrite it so it looks like this. -7 in front, and then 2j minus 3. Okay, let's distribute -7, which means we're multiplying it to both the terms inside. -7 times 2j is -14j. And then -7 times -3 is a positive 21. On the next example, the number that you should have had out in front is -1. So we're distributing not just negative, but -1, and we're multiplying both those terms by -1. So -1 times k gets me -1k, and then -1 times -2 gets me a positive 2. On example 4, you are not distributing 4y. You are distributing a -1. So we're going to keep this 4y in front. We'll keep this -2 at the end. Now let's deal with our distribution in the middle, which is this. Distributing -1. -1 times 2x is -2x. -1 times -5y is positive 5y. -1 times positive 3 is -3. Now that you have distributed, you can go ahead and combine like terms, but hold up, please make sure you mark them first. 4y and 5y are like terms. There's no other x's, so this guy is alone, but then -3 and -2 are like terms. So let's go ahead and combine them. 4y plus 5y is 9y. Let's bring down the -2x, and then -3 minus 2 is -5. You could split this rectangle up into two sections, like you just saw. Then if you were to do the multiplication, you'd get 28x and positive 21. If you add those up, 28x plus 21, you'll get your area. Another way to do this, so here's your answer. If you connect those with an addition sign. Another way to do this would be to take 7 and then multiply it to 4x plus 3. Since you're doing area, you do like times width. After you're distributing, you get 28x plus 21, and notice it's the same thing. So whichever method you prefer to find the area of the rectangle, either splitting it up into boxes or just doing distribution, length times width, that is totally fine with me. Just make sure that the singular number, when you're doing distribution, so the 7, has to go on the outside of the parentheses like this. The one with 2 terms or more needs to go on the inside of the parentheses.